Apache Kafka interview question and answers.
Please make sure to subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon for more future videos like this. And also share this video with your friends.
What is Apache Kafka? Apache Kafka is a publish subscribe messaging system developed by Apache, written in Scala. It is a distributed, partitioned, and replicated log service. What is the meaning of broker in Kafka? In Kafka cluster, broker term is used to refer server. What is the maximum size of the message this Kafka server can receive? By default, the maximum size of Kafka message is 1 million bytes, 1 MB or megabyte, but we can modify it accordingly. The broker settings facilitate us to modify the size. What do you understand by geo-replication in Kafka? In Kafka, geo-replication is a feature that facilitates you to copy messages from one cluster to many other data centers or cloud regions. Using geo-replication, you can replicate all of the files and store them throughout the globe if required. We can accomplish geo-replication by using Kafka's Mirror Maker tool. By using geo-replication technique, we can ensure data backup without any failure. What is the purpose of the retention period in the Kafka cluster? Within the Kafka cluster, the retention period is used to retain all the published records without checking whether they have been consumed or not. Using a configuration setting for retention period, we can easily discard the records. The main purpose of discarding the records from the Kafka cluster is to free up some space. When does the broker leave the ISR? ISR is a set of message replicas that are completely synced up with the leader. It means ISR contains all the committed messages, and ISR always includes all the replica until it gets a real failure. An ISR can drop a replica if it deviates from the leader. What is Kafka Apache used for? Kafka is primarily used to build real-time streaming data pipelines and applications that adapt to the data streams. It combines messaging, storage, and stream processing to allow storage and analysis of both historical and real-time data. Why Kafka is required? Kafka is designed to serve as a storage system and can store data as long as necessary. Most message queues remove messages immediately after the consumer confirms receipt. Kafka handles stream processing, computing derived streams and data sets dynamically, rather than just passing batches of messages. What is the difference between Spark and Kafka? Apache Spark is a general processing engine developed to perform both batch processing similar to MapReduce and workloads such as streaming, interactive queries, and machine learning. Kafka's architecture is that of a distributed messaging system, storing streams of records in categories called topics. Is Kafka a message broker? Kafka is a message bus developed for high ingress data replay and streams. Kafka is a durable message broker that enables application to process, persist, and reprocess streamed data. How does Apache Kafka store data? The period during which the data is stored by Kafka is called retention. Theoretically, you can set this period to forever. Kafka also stores data on persistent storage and replicates data over the broker inside a cluster. This is just another trait that makes Kafka look like a database. Why is it called Kafka? J. Krebs chose to name the software after the author Franz Kafka because it is a system optimized for writing, and he liked Kafka's work. What do you understand by the term log anatomy in Apache Kafka? Log anatomy is a way to view a partition. We view the log as the partitions and a data source writes messages to the log. It facilitates that one or more consumers read that data from the log at any time they want. It specifies that the data source can write a log, and the log is being read by consumers at different offsets simultaneously. What would be if a replica stays out of the in-sync replica or ISR for a very long time? If a replica stays out of the ISR for a very long time, or if a replica is not in sync with the ISR, then it means that the follower server cannot receive and execute data as fast as possible the leader is doing. So it specifies that the follower is not able to come up with the leader activities. Is it possible to use Kafka without ZooKeeper? It is impossible to sideline ZooKeeper and connect directly to the Kafka server. So we cannot use Apache Kafka without ZooKeeper. If ZooKeeper is down, we cannot serve any client request in Kafka.
Please make sure to subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon for more future videos like this. And also share this video with your friends.